Hello, brand new fourth grader. Welcome to Mr. Roberts' class for the 2013-14 school year. I'm so excited to have you coming in very soon. I thought today I'd give you a sneak preview at your classroom and go over just a few things about what to expect on the first day of school. If you were at Cape last year, you definitely know that fourth grade lines up at all times in the morning, after recess, and after lunch, right near the entrance to Valley Lindo Park. We will be lining up right on the basketball line that's right here. That will be the spot for C-2. C-3, Mr. Forbes' class, will be right next to us. When you get here in the morning, make sure that you go either through the lunch area or the A wing, and then make your way out to this spot. You will not ever go through the area right directly between the fourth grade portables and the A wing, that long hall there. We don't permit that because it's not a supervised area. We also don't want you to head towards the classrooms at this time or put your stuff away before the 8:10 bell. You will line up where I've shown you, and at 8:10, Mr. Forbes or myself will be out there to lead you towards the classroom. A few years ago, these hooks were added to the side of Mr. Forbes' room to allow us to put our backpacks up outside during the school day. They will be put outside every day except on rainy days. It is a great thing for us because it allows us more room in the classroom to do what we need to do. We will always put our classroom's backpacks on the left side hooks. The ones that I am pointing to right now are for Mr. Forbes, so you have a choice of any of these rows. There are no assigned spots. It can be different every day or the same every day, however it works for you, but we do ask that they are hooked at all times. We don't want anything on the ground. Mrs. Learned and Mrs. Lang come by and check that every once in a while and expect to see them up in an orderly fashion. We also want to remind you that you need to leave your backpack zipped closed during the school day for a couple of reasons. One, we want to protect it from anybody who might be tempted to take something. We also want to make sure that birds stay out of your backpacks. From time to time, they will see some open food in your backpack, and they have no problem taking it out of your backpack and helping you lose your lunch for the day. So make sure that you always keep your backpack closed and on a hook at all times. Okay guys, room C2 is the middle portable in the three portables that are on the side of the school. The hooks that I just described are in this area, and after our backpacks are put up, or after recess, we'll lead this way and we will move towards our classroom. We have Mr. Forbes as our neighbor on one side, and we have Mrs. Bryant as our neighbor on the other side. Mr. Forbes and Mr. Roberts' class go at the same time. We expect both our classes to come back in an orderly manner and get ready for class, especially since many of the times Mrs. Bryant's kindergarten class is in session because they have a different schedule than us. When we do line up at any of the times of the day coming back, we will have our line come up the ramp and stop right where the curve ends and the straight area begins. We will end up wrapping around the pole, so you will go down and right around where the pole curves, and we'll have people going out. The class of 33 pretty much takes up most of that space. We will have a classroom greeter assigned every week who will help me bring everybody in, but it's very important that we remember this is the point where any of the shenanigans that were happening before school or after recess or lunch come to an end. And as we go in, it's time for us to get to work. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, your fourth grade class for this year, all set and ready to go. Start the year usually in these classroom pods where you are in groups of anywhere from 4 to 6 students. I have made sure that I have split you guys off using all 3 classes that you were in last year to make mixed groups. I want you guys to get to know different people. Even in fourth grade, some of you probably have never been in the same class as a few other students, so this will be an opportunity to possibly meet someone new. We also have 5 new students coming to Cape this year that are in our class alone. they are spread out as well, as they will make new friends on the first day. So you can see it's a classroom full of color, full of excitement, and lots of books. We'll get to that in just a moment. But I'm very excited to show off right now the many different things that are going to be seen and done and used in your 4th grade classroom. We can start by taking a look at the textbooks that will be on your desk on the first day of school. These textbooks are used for all the subject areas: science, social studies, math, and language arts. We have the Island of the Blue Dolphins novel as well, which we'll be getting to a few weeks into the school year. These textbooks are used to guide us in instruction. We do not spend a lot of time in the books, other than maybe our math book and the novels, as we like to do a lot of projects. But these are great resources to help us in any lessons that we need to do in all the subject areas. So we will have them. We will keep them in our desks at all times. I will show you where all your other stuff goes, because these are the only things that will ever be in your desks during the school day. So if the books are left in your desk and we only want to keep the books in there, everything else goes in these lockers. These lockers are located near the door in the classroom in 2 different areas. There is a spot in the front where you will be able to design a name tag, and it will become your locker for the entire school year. This is where you will store all non-book items when not being used, such as binders, pencil boxes, anything that you brought to share that day. All that stuff can go in this area and be kept out of the way of your desk. It'll help open up your desk area. It'll allow you not to get a messy desk where then you are in the danger of possibly losing something. So this allows us to have a little bit more flexibility. They're pretty neat. The kids have always enjoyed using them, and in a couple of weeks they will be yours to use as well. So why am I showing you the sink? Well, I'm showing you the sink for the simple fact that it might be different than other classrooms that you've had before. These portables were not designed with a drinking fountain in them. So to avoid the process of raising your hand and leaving the room and losing out on instruction to get a drink, I allow you to bring water bottles into the classroom that you may keep at your desk. It will really help us if you do this, because we want to make sure that you're in class when you need to be in class and not distracted and pulled out because you're thirsty. So no drinking fountain in the classroom. Please make sure you bring a water bottle that you can use every day. Okay, 4th graders, character is key in the 4th grade. We've got to make sure that we treat everyone the way they need to be treated. Caring, fairness, respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, citizenship. Just a few of the words to describe the type of people that we need to be. It's very important that we make sure that people feel comfortable in our classroom. We will have a lot of fun in the classroom, but we need to make sure that everyone feels like they can be themselves no matter what the situation. I'll be looking for that all year long. It's a big emphasis. The idea that manners do matter is something we'll be talking about almost daily during our morning meetings. Don't be the one left out on the positive attitude. The positive postings that you do see at the bottom are going to be an opportunity for you to write a quick note, a positive note, to your fellow classmates, randomly or as a great activity. Last year the students loved doing this. They loved being able to write letters to other classmates telling them good things about them. It really helps open up the positivity. We will have our conflicts. There will be things that happen on the playground. That's understood. But we need to make sure that above all else that we can work through our differences and be a solid classroom community. What's this? It's the iPad Center. This is where we are storing all of our brand new iPads for the 4th grade classroom this year. Very excited to say with our big technology push that we are going to have 1 iPad for every 2 students. This is very important because it's going to allow us to do quick and easy research. It's going to allow us to make videos like the one I'm making right now. It's just going to bring a whole new level to our 4th grade experience. These iPads, being brand new, need to be treated with great care. We will have people assigned to make sure that the iPads are charging safely every day, And we just really do need to be aware that with this new technology comes an added responsibility. A responsibility I know you will be able to handle, but it's something we need to talk about and be aware of, and we will do that as the school year begins. Your classroom this year has a huge selection of books to read. Just about everything you could be looking for in fiction or nonfiction is here. Reference books, choose your own adventure, Goosebumps books, even some Harry Potter books, and much, much more. Classic books as well. Everything that you would want to read or hear. You are always welcome to bring books from home and read those. But as we move into the 4th grade, chapter books are key. And if you are looking for a good book, you're going to want to check out this library. It's located in the back of the room. You'll be able to have access to it a few times a day. Bring books back to your desk, check them out for a while, and you will not be disappointed. Very excited about the collection that I've built up over the years, and I am ready to share it with you this school year. In the back of the room, you will find a large amount of supplies that will be used by us during the school year. Seen here on the left, we've got a big collection of brand new markers that I got over the summer. We also have whiteboard markers, and down below there will be lots of paper, lined paper and plain paper. Sometimes people like to draw, and on Fridays I allow you to do free time drawing when your work is completed, so you'll be able to get that paper right there. On the right here, we've got a huge selection, 3 buckets of Legos that were donated to me last year by a student who was moving away. So you will be able to use those during free time opportunities, but most of the time at recess or on a rainy day during lunchtime, those will be available to you. Located in the back of the room, a spot for everyone's work to be shown off. Sometimes it'll be something that we've written, sometimes it'll be an art project, but it will be displayed and changed about every month or so. Of course, being the Charger fan that I am, it's Charger themed. I'm sorry if you don't like the Chargers, but I promise not to push it on you too much. But this is a great place. It's a big wall. Everyone's got their own designated spot, and your work will be able to be displayed. It's great when we have a collaborative effort on a project during Artist of the Month, when everyone's got their own unique look at or interpretation of a certain art project. Things really pop. So they will be located in this area of the room, showing off our greatness. One of the biggest components of 4th grade is writing. Writing will be a part of our everyday experience in our classroom. In fact, 4th graders take an annual writing test in March to show off what they have learned in this area. I'll be introducing you to many genres, including responses to literature, narratives, and summaries, as well as some others such as persuasive. So make sure you bring your pencils and have them sharpened on the first day of school. We'll be doing writing a lot in the 4th grade. These multicolored baskets located near the whiteboard are going to be the place where papers such as tests are turned in to be graded. Homework will also go through these baskets as well and be passed around at the beginning of school days. It is important that you put your name on every paper in 4th grade. It is hard to chase you down. Sometimes there are papers that there's no way to tell whose paper it is. And when I've brought multiple kids up who have forgotten to put their name on the paper, they don't even remember their own writing. So make sure you put your name on your paper and turn them in to the appropriate basket when you are asked to. I've designated a big open space in our room. That open space is going to allow us to come down to the carpet and have our morning meetings. At this time, we discuss the daily schedule, our manners and positivity. I allow you the opportunity to share anything important that's going on in your life. We'll also play games from time to time during our morning meeting time. And on Fridays, we have our weekly game of silent speedball right after morning meeting. So very important that you're here right on time at 8:15 so you can enjoy and be a part of our very important morning meeting experience. And the final slide takes a look at your teacher, Mr. Roberts, your 4th grade teacher for the 2013-14 school year. I can't begin to tell you how excited I am for the first day of school to come. I have so many things planned for this year. I think you'll find 4th grade to be one of your favorite years. We learned so many interesting things, It's quite an adventure. Starts off September 3rd, goes all the way to June 19th, and along the way we're going to have many great memories to build up. I promise you a fun year. I promise you a structured year. I promise you a year where you are going to learn everything you need to make the next step, the trip to 5th grade. So I'm going to sign off for now. Can't wait to see you on the first day of school. Looking forward to it. Enjoy the rest of your summer.